If there could be one word for this game for the Atlanta Falcons versus Dallas Cowboys, it'd be disappointing just in general. Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here. We are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we will be talking about the Falcons versus Dallas Cowboys game, where it happened again. Oh man, we lost this game by 1 single point. And if you guys saw the first quarter, you would have thought we would have won this game. We would have scored a lot more points than we actually did, but we ended up not having that. But anyway, guys, let's get into the first half, or the first part of the Falcons game versus the Cowboys. And we're not really gonna be talking about the Dallas Cowboys side, because obviously I'm a Falcons fan, but we're gonna be talking about the Falcons, who performed well, who didn't perform. Obviously, Julio Jones was dealing with injury, so he didn't get as much catches as he did last week. But this was a big game for Calvin Ridley in terms of receiving yards. So let's talk about the quarterback, that is Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan in the first half had 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he had 156 passing yards in total after the first half. Calvin Ridley had 2 touchdowns, Hayden Hurst had 1 touchdown, and Younghoe Koo had 3 field goals. So if you guys can add that up, that is 21 points. 21 plus 6. Well, actually plus 9, so it's 30. Yeah, so it's 30. We were at 30 points. We were at 30 points by the end of the first half, and the game ended up finishing 40-39. I see that, and I'm just like, what happened in that second half? What happened? This actually does remind me of the Super Bowl, because we were leading, 28-3 in the third quarter, and we ended up losing that game. 28-3 in the third quarter. We're winning this game like 30-10 at the end of the first half. 29-10. Sorry, 29-10 at the end of the first half. 29-10 at the end of the first half, and we lose this game. If people thought I was anti Dan Quinn, now just watch after this video, because I'm full on anti Dan Quinn. I want Dan Quinn gone. Even Shannon Sharp tweeted this. That's how bad Dan Quinn was in this game. And if you guys remember, Dan Quinn was the head coach, and I would probably say most of the blame went on him, but of course some of the blame went on the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons at the time, was Kyle Shanahan, who recently did it in the 2020 Super Bowl. But this time, is it really? You could put some blame on Derek Carter, the offensive coordinator, but then I put more blame on the head coach, because even though the offensive coordinator has worked with the Falcons before, this is still his first season back with the Falcons, so it's going to take some time for this offense to get all together. So really, the offense didn't really have a bad game. It was more defensive side. And if you guys do remember, Dan Quinn is more of a defensive coach. So you really look at who's to blame in this. Big mistake goes to that guy right there. That guy is the biggest problem for the Falcons right now. Shannon Sharp in that tweet I just showed right here. Shannon Sharp in this tweet said that Arthur Blank should fire Dan Quinn, and he should, because this is the same way. We played a good game last week. But this is the same way we were playing last year when we went 0-7 for the first few games. And even though in my Atlanta Falcons prediction, I did actually predict the Falcons to lose against the Cowboys, we should have won this game. We should have counted my prediction wrong, and we should have won this game. Come on, really, 29-10 at the end of the first half, and this game was being played in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium? You gotta be joking me. It was played in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, and we can't even win the game after leading 29-10 at the end of the first half. At the end of the game, Matt Ryan, let's talk about Matt Ryan real quick, because Matt Ryan had a decent game. At the end of the game, Matt Ryan had 4 touchdowns, 273 yards passing, which was pretty decent. 24 for 36, 24 completions, 36 attempts. And that was a decent game from Matt Ryan. I mean, when it comes to Dallas Cowboys, if you guys want to take a look at the Dallas Cowboys stats, this is the Dallas Cowboys stats. This is Dak Prescott stats. This is Ezekiel Elliott stats. And this is the wide receiver stats. So you can basically see what's going on between that. Running back, Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley, not a good game for Todd Gurley. I'd say probably it's an average game for our running back, Todd Gurley. But of course, he's still like up to his usual standards. But it was an okay game. I mean, even Ezekiel Elliott didn't really have that much of a good game today. Ezekiel Elliott had less than 100 yards, and if Ezekiel Elliott has less than 100 yards, then you know Dak Prescott threw for a lot of yards, and Dak Prescott definitely threw for a lot of yards. Our wide receivers, obviously our best wide receiver for this game was Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley scored, I think it was 3 touchdowns, and it ended up being 3 touchdowns. He had 109 yards and 7 receptions for 109 yards. Julio Jones, he did get 2 catches in there, and he did catch him for 24 yards. And then Hayden Hurst, who is our best tight end. Of course, because he's our number 1 tight end after being a first-round pick by Baltimore. I think it was about 2 years ago. He had 5 receptions for 72 yards, so not a bad game for our tight end, Hayden Hurst. And back to the defensive side. This is also another reason why I think the Falcons should have won this game. 3 forced fumbles in the first quarter. 3 forced fumbles in the first quarter. Where was that defense in the second half? Where was that defense in the second half? Come on. 3 forced fumbles in the first quarter. And we can't even do that in the second half? Not unless the second quarter. I'm fine with us not doing it in the second quarter because second quarter because 3 forced fumbles in the first quarter is pretty good. And the second quarter we get like chill because we were leading 29-10. But the fact that when Dallas started coming back against them, our defense played like crap. Our defense actually legitimately played like crap. This is why I say it reminds me so much about the Super Bowl. Because our offensive defense were playing out of their mind the first 2 quarters. When it got to the third quarter, everything turned to crap. Everything turned to shit. Everything turned to shit. Except for the offense. This game, the Falcons offense was decent through all 4 quarters. The only part that I probably say was the worst part about the Falcons this game was our defense, because our defense barely made any stops in the third and fourth quarter. And I just wanted to say this real quick. I'm about to show a replay from the Atlanta Falcons Dallas Cowboys game, and you tell me if this is a catch. Because hold on, it's gonna be on screen right now. That is not a catch. That is not a catch. He has 1 foot inbounds, and when he catches the ball, you can see his right elbow is hitting out of bounds, so that isn't a catch. And it was ruled a completed pass that was able to let Dallas get closer, even though it would have been a penalty for offsides. But that would have still been better because offsides is what, 5-10 yard penalty? It wouldn't have been that bad. It wouldn't have been that bad. We could have possibly stopped the Dallas Cowboys from scoring in that situation. But the fact that it was ruled a completed catch and it was right near the touchdown area, the end zone, I mean, we could have still stopped them, but it would have made it a lot easier had that not been ruled a completed catch. And I want to know your guys' opinion down in the comments down below. Was that a catch or wasn't a catch? Because in my honest opinion, that is not a catch. What I showed on the screen is not a catch. The fact that he has 1 foot down, okay, yeah, that's good. But in the NFL, this is not college football. This is not college football. In the NFL, you need 2 feet down. You need 2. And he had 1 foot down and his right elbow hit the ground out of bounds. If your right elbow hits the ground out of bounds with the ball in your possession, that is not a catch. I don't know how they ruled this a catch, but it's okay. But my one take on this NFL game between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys, fire Dan Quinn. I'm sorry, fire him. Fire him. Because we should have won this game. We ended up losing 40-39 thanks to a last-minute field goal. And on the onside kick, I don't know what the Falcons were doing in that onside kick, but we needed to fix that shit up. But it's going to be really, really weird because I mean, who's the next game we go ahead and face the Chicago Bears. If we lose against Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles in that Chicago, if we lose into that team, and I'm pretty sure that Chicago Bears team, Chicago Bears game is going to be at the Falcons. If we lose that game against the Chicago Bears, there is no doubt in my mind I will do a reaction to that game. And the first and other words I will literally utter to you guys is going to be fire Dan Quinn. I will put a hashtag on here if we lose that game. If we end up winning that game, fine. But if we end up losing that game, nah, fire Dan Quinn. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please do smash the like button. I'll be posting more sports content for you guys to see in the coming days. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification so you know my videos go live. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.